Hello everyone, my name is Payal and today I'm going to explain how many English learners just overload themselves in the name of learning English. So first of all, let's talk about grammar. As I always say that learning basic grammar is extremely important if you want to improve your English. But what do most of us do? We keep jumping from one grammar topic to another. One day we watch a video on tenses, and before we even understand it properly, we move on to another topic, maybe modal verbs. And sometimes we read a few pages from a grammar book and then switch to something completely different. But the problem is, this kind of random learning doesn't work. You should take proper notes and build clear understanding of each topic before moving on. For example, you are learning tenses. Create a separate set of notes for that topic. You can watch 10 different YouTube videos or read multiple grammar books if you want. It doesn't matter where you learn from. What matters is you fully understand the concept and create your own notes in a way that makes sense to you, because this will help you a lot later on. If you forget something or get confused after a few days, you can simply go back to your notes and clear your confusion. Otherwise, every time you have a doubt, you will have to go back and watch all those same old grammar videos again. And that's how many English learners get stuck in a loop, watching, forgetting, rewatching, and forgetting again. And eventually, you will feel like you are studying a lot, you are spending so much time on English, but in reality, you won't see any significant improvement. Instead, you will just end up feeling mentally overloaded. Now let's move on to another point. So when you watch English content to improve your English, whether it is movies, dramas or anything else, you should remember that your main purpose is to improve your English. Because what usually happens is that we start watching something to improve our English, but then we get so absorbed in the movie or video that instead of focusing on the dialogues, we start paying more attention to the expressions, emotions, or storyline. But if you keep doing this, you are not going to see much improvements, because you need to observe the sentences, how sentences actually formed and how people actually speak. Then only it will work. Otherwise, it will only make you feel overloaded, and you will start wondering that why your English isn't improving even though you have been spending hours watching movies all day. Another very important thing I have noticed on YouTube is that there are so many videos, like 10 different ways to say a simple sentence. For example, how are you? And it's completely fine to learn those 10 alternatives. Learning is never a bad thing, but you don't need to remember and use all 10. Just choose 2 or 3 expressions that you personally like and feel comfortable with, and leave the rest. Because in real conversations, people usually repeat the same expressions anyway, so there is no need to keep 10 alternatives in your head. Because if you are a beginner, it will only make you feel overloaded and confused. Instead of that, try to work on new sentences, and that will definitely help you. So, yeah, that's all for today. I hope it will help you, and thank you so much for watching.